This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Thursday, July 23rd, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. So obviously, the number one thing going on out there today is MIST. So coming into the six, we had beautiful buying that came in at that six level. We ended up pulling back a little bit, but the biggest thing was we got a bunch of off-level prints after we printed at six the second time, a bunch of off-level prints that came in above it that gave us a beautiful push into that 650. Then we got to 650 and we didn't really get any type of shorter term prints, and then we started, kind of making that pullback, and on its way back up, then we started to see above that 650 we got some real nice buying. Coming back over here, you can see that 670, 675, 680, 680, 675. But those are the type of bursts that we want to see in these cheaper stocks to be able to continue it on its way to make the amount of money the person at that six level needed to make. And based off their building and everything that they saw, I really had it right around $1. So obviously at this point, 7 is going to be the next level that we need some type of information coming into. And from there, we can kind of make our decision based off where the reaction, if we're going to be able to get up to that 750. Remember, 750 being a psychological level. In comparison, just kind of the longer term side of things, but we need to see more. And coming into the 7, you can see they're not really that great of underneath buying. So overall, it does need to go higher than 7, but without something closer to it and then something obviously above it, there's really nothing that's showing us that we have that, at this moment that we're going to be looking to go higher. So definitely need to see those new prints. Remember, new buying is just so damn important when we talk about these cheaper stocks, which ironically, cheaper stocks is what we're going to be talking about for our class this morning. YUR, oops, 1YVR, handwriting. Okay, so here, this is one that's going to be on our side list. One of the things that I've seen today is there's just not really much that's moving out there. We got some cheaper stocks, but the actual list itself isn't really that great. Besides Mist, it looks like Mist has pretty much taken all the interest and all the volume of the morning. But coming into YVR, I'm looking at it before. There was definitely some buying as we pushed up towards that 3 level, but not anything that was too crazy. But at the same time, it being that early, and then we made a jump up again to there where we didn't really get too many prints. If we come back over and look at the actual buying near the highs, there just wasn't much of anything. And it was all pretty much above that ask. So I'm not really sold yet, but the one thing I do like is during this consolidation, I have been seeing a pretty decent amount of money that's been coming into it as it's been holding. So it's going to be on my side list. A trigger towards the upside, unfortunately, is not going to be very high percentage just because of the fact that 3 doesn't really have anything there. So we really need to see an overflow of money flow from the ask side that comes in at this level to show us that they're building, and then that trigger that comes back up. But there's really not much for it to trigger from. So this is definitely going to be more of an advanced level stock, to be able to trade it just because we don't have that new buying at highs. CBAY is another one I'm keeping an eye on, but I'm not a huge fan. Now, the one thing I do like is that at 415, 50,000 share print line, it's been holding it very, very well. We got some decent buying that's been coming into it during the consolidation, a little bit at 450. 4 gave us a little bit, but that's not really anything. So I haven't seen the prints here yet, but obviously based off of just its personality and its criteria, it fits its variables. It fits our criteria for definitely to keep an eye on it, because when it first did come up, there was a little bit of buying, not as much once again as you'd like to see, but it was also very early and parabolic. So very early and parabolic to basically make a combination for it's going to be very hard for them to give any type of bigger prints. Most of what you're going to see is going to be coming over here on that smaller time and sale. So definitely something that's still worth watching, but it's another one where I'm just not ecstatic. Obviously, Mist has been by far the best trade that we've seen so far coming into this morning. Did we get anything at 7? Yes, we did. Or did we? No, it looks like bid 710. I see. This is something, let's go back real quick, and we're going to talk about this in our class today, but this is something that I really like. Even though we have those bids sitting there at 7, I love to see something like this. Didn't give us much at 7 itself. You could see the actual controlling prints are garbage, but coming over it at 704 and then 710, these are what you want to see as new buying coming into a stock like this. So keep that in mind as we're going to be looking for it to go back up. And yes, see, that's okay. Yeah. Also, CBAY can go both ways. Also try to get shares of Mist. Probably not going to be able to this late into the morning, but another one. But yes, it does go both ways. That's what kind of gives me the idea, Nitesh, is that because of the buying during this consolidation and as it's holding, that we really do have a good opportunity of it getting back up there. So just something to think about. And other than that, guys, I don't have much. Going down the list, you have ENTX, which is just, just really kind of dying right now. I have no idea what happened yesterday in the aftermarket, and I couldn't see it. So let's see. Yeah, nothing's going to come up because it's not going to give me the prints. So I wasn't able to see that. So I'm not really sure if we do have the buying that's up here. The volume was very, very low as we came in. It looks like it's just coming back down right from where it started. So I just don't really see much there that really excites me at all. PLM is way too cheap, and if it does start to move, it's going to get halted. CBA, we've already talked about. TNXP, just way too cheap. If it does make a move, it's going to get halted. Yeah, I mean, I've been through this, 1,000 times this morning. I don't really see much else out there that I like. There's the 7 ask and above. Yes. Beautiful. All right, guys. Anything else out there that I missed? Twitter. So that's one of those stocks I'm not a fan of. So remember, name brand stocks I don't really like at all, and Twitter is by far a name brand stock. Now, yes, it's definitely got a bigger range than usual today. It's already moved $3 coming up to the upside. It's something that you could watch. It's just I'm going to look for things that are brand new. Twitter coming out of, what is it, earnings? Or what made this thing pop up? Can be earnings. Is it earnings? No, couldn't have been earnings. Or whatever reason it made for coming back up there. It looks like we're coming back down. If you look at the actual prints themselves, they're very mixed. So then there's going to be a trade there. I just personally don't trade them for a specific reason of I like cliff notes. The more that a stock is traded, like a stock like Twitter, okay, there's basically 3 things that are in Twitter. You have trading, you have building, and you have investing. When you take a cheaper stock or stock that's just starting right now, there's not much investing going on. So you're really a lot easier to read. And guess what? I just like easier trading stocks, to be honest with you. Earnings. Okay, it was earnings. That's kind of a weak move for earnings, isn't it? Yeah. I would have thought, a little bit more volume or something coming into here. 100,000. Yeah, I'm not impressed, but it definitely fits all the criteria. It's just a matter of, I just don't really see anything there that I have too much interest in. Anything else out there? Looks like that is going to be it. Yeah, I mean, I've already, like I said, I've went through this 18 times, so there's no way that unless something new has popped up. All right, guys, so class starts at 10 a.m. I will talk to everyone there, the rest of you in the chat, and happy trading.